Hello, and welcome to Chabot's News for Wednesday, February 24th, 2021. My name is Eva, and in today's news, we will be covering the updates in the COVID-19 vaccination sites. In sports, Frank will be covering the MLB World Series preparation, and in entertainment news, Mike will cover the new Mortal Kombat 2021 movie. Lastly, in our top 5, Ty will tell us the top 5 countdown of the jaw-dropping moments of the week. All that and more coming up on Chabot News. The Senate voted 78-20 on Tuesday to confirm Linda ThomasGreenfield to be the next U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Greenfield's confirmation comes less than a week before the United States presidency at the Security Council for March. ThomasGreenfield is headed to New York after her swearing in. She is set to submit her credentials to the U.S. Secretary General on Thursday. ThomasGreenfield was one of President Biden's first national security team picks. Her nomination comes as then President-elect Biden announced he would return to the UN post to a cabinet-level position. That was one of the several moves Biden made to return to the U.S. to a leadership role in the international affairs. He also moved to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord and the UN Human Rights Council and halt U.S. withdrawals from the World Health. Costco on Saturday became the latest pharmacy chain to announce it would begin offering coronavirus vaccines to Bay Area residents. This week, Costco will be administering vaccines, typically Moderna, at selected stores across California, including one in Marin County. According to the company statement released Saturday, they will be providing vaccines in selected Costco pharmacies in the state of New York, Oregon, South Carolina, Washington State, and the territory of Puerto Rico. Costco says people should not contact their local pharmacy, but go through the website to check their eligibility and schedule an appointment. Hayward's COVID-19 testing center is now providing testing on a drop-in basis. Previously, tests were only offered if you had scheduled an appointment prior. As of February 19th, this has changed due to a switch to a new diagnostic laboratory for analyzing test samples. The testing center will still operate from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, but you no longer need to schedule any kind of appointment. You can simply stop by any hour the facility is open and take your test. It will take them approximately 48 hours to deliver your test results unless they experience a higher volume than usual. The center has processed over 60,000 tests and will continue to do so with the additional of these new drop-ins. A California community is making sure its homeless population has access to the COVID vaccine. A mobile clinic was set up in Stockton Monday. The clinic was placed at a Motel 6, being used as a transitional housing for people who were living on the streets. The workers gave out 30 vaccines, but they say this was just the beginning of their efforts. Let's hear what they bring up.
I think the residents are loving the fact that they're able to get this. They're at a high risk of getting COVID-19, so being able to vaccinate them and working with public health and public health letting us vaccinate, it's been a great collaboration.
Yeah, well, everybody, they don't take it serious. And it's a serious thing. I already got lung problems, and I don't need that in my life.
The group also plans to target people living in shelters. They say those are particularly at risk due to the close living quarters. A majority of Hayward's public school students will not be able to return in-person classes until later in the fall. However, this is not the case for everyone. Students who are enrolled in special education or considered in insecure housing situations can attend some in-person learning classes if Alameda County can meet the state guidelines for infection rates. The parents of students who are eligible will have a choice of whether or not to remain in distant learning or to attend the hybrid classes. According to the California Department of Education, 2,566 special educated students in the district could benefit from returning to in-person learning. These classes will be a mix of in-person and distance learning, with only 16 students allowed in the classroom at a time. If approved, those classes can begin as early as February 22nd. Ted Cruz violated those rules and more this week when he jetted off to Mexico resort city of Cancun to escape the freezing temperatures and ensuing power and water crisis in his home state of Texas. If that wasn't bad enough, when Cruz aborted the plane of sunny Mexico, more than 500,000 Texans were without power and millions more were under boil water orders or had no water at all. But the Lone Star State Republican made a series of unforced errors. It was obvious a mistake, and in hindsight, I wouldn't have done it. Cruz told reporters after returning to Houston. Cruz, in those remarks, does not actually acknowledge he did anything wrong, but that he was hurt by how it was perceived by people. The family of an 11-year-old boy who died in a Texas home that suffered power loss during the cold snap last week is suing the power company Energy for State Grid and Operating Electricity Reliability Council of Texas, ERCOT, but for more than $100 million. The lawsuit also alleges that ERCOT and the energy company could have prevented the death if they had properly protected the energy grid against severe winter weather or warned residents of prolonged outages. It accuses Energy Texas and ERCOT of gross negligence, of course, just not because it's not legally required to do so. It is not mean that failing to do so is a responsible behavior. The lawsuit alleges ERCOT failed all Texans and allowed providers to fail Texans as well. Now we go to Mike with the week's entertainment news.
Thanks, Eva. The new Mortal Kombat 2021 movie trailer has just recently released, and I hope you're as hyped and excited as I am. The movie is an admired adaptation of the critically acclaimed video game and cult-following 1995 movie adaptation. But that isn't the entertaining part. Website Jezebel, a feminist media news site, just asked a ridiculous question trying to get in on the movie hype, and that is asking, who forgot to invite Chun-Li to Mortal Kombat? For those that aren't interested in the media surrounding Mortal Kombat, that isn't even a character in the movie. Even more so, importantly, the franchise is a completely different company. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, with them currently keeping up the article and making proud of their mistake and not counting it as a failure. For those that want to pursue this work, make sure to check your work. Or have an amazing team to give a second opinion before posting. Sister, a large production banner, has just recently picked up the rights to acclaimed American comic book writer James Tyon's work, The Department of Truth. The production company that has involved in some projects as HBO's Chernobyl and AMC's Gangs of London, as well invested into publishing initiatives Zando, LeBron James, and Maverick Carter's Spring Hill Entertainment, as well invested into more notable media, comic and digital publishers such as AWA Studios and many writings such as Deacon King Kong and Children's Bible, a novel. James Tyon is one of the current lead writers on Batman at DC, and his creator-owned title that's my favorite read, Something is Killing the Children, which is currently the best-selling title at Boom Studios. The comic, The Department of Truth, is rumored to be a series that will be coming to Netflix, and a great comic title that comes at a good time, talking about conspiracy theories that take hold and can shape the fabric of reality. The comic focuses on former FBI agent Cole Turner, who joins a mysterious government organization that deals with conspiracies ranging from fake moon landings or the idea that Earth is flat to politicized beliefs involving paid crisis actors and fake school shootings. The book has earned rave reviews and comparisons to the books released by DC's acclaimed Vertigo imprint in 1990s. Check out this great book now before it hits your home and streaming console soon. That's it for this week's entertainment news, and now back to Eva.
Thanks, Mike. Six Flags Entertainment Corporation says it is planning to open all 26 of its amusement parks and water parks for the 2021 season, including 5 that were not able to operate last year because of the coronavirus pandemic. The company said it works with ophthalmologists to develop a reopening plan that meets or exceeds the federal, state, and local guidelines for sanitation, hygiene, and social distancing protocols. Six Flags will limit the number of people in its park and have guests wear a mask. Reservations before their visits. Masks will be required for all workers and guests, and they will have to have a temperature check passed, according to the website. The company is also taking steps to encourage social distancing in rides, in lines and seating areas, and other areas around the parks. Now we go to Frank with more on sports news this week.
Thanks, Eva. The Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr had admitted that the forward Draymond Green had crossed the line on the game from last Saturday night when Green was ejected in the final seconds of a 102-100 loss to the Charlotte Hornets. Green's ejection happened at the last 9.3 seconds of the game when the Warriors led at 100-98. Warriors guard Brad Wanamaker was tied up for a jump ball by Hornets guard LaMelo Ball after Hornets swingman Gordon Hayward corralled the ball off the tap and fell to the floor. Green appeared to tie up Hayward for a jump ball quickly. A timeout was awarded to the Hornets. The Los Angeles Dodgers are confident about winning the World Series once again from last year. Clayton Kershaw told the reporters on the video conference that he said, "The expectation is to win a World Series, and so we have to remember that it doesn't matter that we won last year." The Dodgers are looking forward to having a brighter future from the team to show that World Series hangover is not a thing. The team has been motivated to prepare for the new season starting on Sunday, February 28th. Their first game will be on the same day at 12:05 p.m. in Pacific Time. The Major League Baseball hasn't had a team in the World Series that wins 2 times in a row since 2000. That's it for the news this week. Back to you, Eva.
Thanks, Frank. Good news this week. Coming out of Hollywood, steps forwards to more inclusive Hollywood are being made. Award-winning filmmaker Ava DuVernay is expressing her commitment to make more inclusive Hollywood with a brand new database called Array Crew. DuVernay built the database to connect hiring managers and talented crew members in film and TV who are women and people of color. Steps towards an inclusive and more diverse Hollywood is needed. As the number of an analysis of 300 top-grossing films found less than 1% of camera operators are female, and only 5.7% of editors are people of color. The database is a partnership between Ava DuVernay and former Warner Brothers TV executive Peter Roth. If you like fast food menu items are becoming healthier in this new year, you're not that far off. Some chains are trying their best to slim down while others do the exact opposite. Here's what's making their nationwide debuts on menus everywhere. Chick-fil-A is changing up things with a grilled spicy chicken sandwich deluxe, serves with its own specialty created cilantro lime rice. Chipotle added cauliflower rice to its menu as customers' tastes keep shifting towards a healthier options. Starbucks unveiled its new honey almond milk cold brew and a new drink that capitalizes on chains with growth of non-dairy milk drinks. Pizza Hut added 2 new menu items, a crusty ring of cheese stuffed dough called the Nothing But Stuffed crust, and a Detroit-style pizza. Now we go to Ty for the week's top 5.
Thanks, Eva. Today I bring to you your top 5 jaw-dropping moments of the week. And coming in at number 5 comes straight out of Florida, where 2 young ladies in their mid-20s dressed up as grannies in an attempt to get the COVID-19 vaccine. They wore bonnets, glasses, and gloves to give off the look of being older, but they were turned away. Get this, they were actually returning for their second dose of the vaccine. Hashtag shame on you. Coming in at number 4 is the internet-breaking Kim Kardashian West. She has officially filed for divorce from husband Kanye West after almost 7 years of marriage. The split of the Hollywood's power couple comes after Kanye ran for president, multiple tweet storms, and him announcing that Kim considered terminating their firstborn. Whew, is an understatement. This will be Kim's 3rd divorce. And coming in at number 3, we have Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, who are overjoyed as they announced that they are expecting their second child, months after they revealed that they suffered a miscarriage back in July. The couple say they are overjoyed for their rainbow baby and will share more details when they sit down with Oprah for an intimate conversation, airing March 7th on CBS. Holding down the number 2 spot is the heartwarming news that hundreds of people are volunteering to escort elderly Bay Area Asian Americans to help keep them safe. With a recent surge in attacks, activists and leaders in the community offered to walk with anyone in Oakland's Chinatown neighborhood to help them feel safe. This project is called Compassion in Oakland. Now, coming in at the number 1 spot, we have to give it to the dunk that was felt all around the world. On Friday night's NBA game, the Timberwolves and the Raptors showcased a history-making play. Anthony Edwards floated above Toronto's Utah Watanabe, throwing down a powerful one-handed dunk as Watanabe helplessly fell to the floor. This moment set the internet on fire with memes and warm wishes to Watanabe's career, since they say that Edward dunked on Watanabe and all of his future kids. Now, go ahead and pick your jaw up off the floor and share these top 5 moments at your next Zoom party, since it's sure to be a conversation starter. And now, we throw it back to Eva.
That's all for Chabot's News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff at the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned for KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.